Hey guys, welcome back to Shift Elements, where we talk about packing tips, moving essentials, and preparation to help you get prepared for your moving day. So if you're interested, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel because I make videos weekly and you do not want to miss them. If this is your first time to my channel, then welcome, glad to have you. I promise to give you all the knowledge on packing and moving that you've been waiting to acquire. In today's video, we'll be going over tools. So make sure you leave a comment, doesn't matter what it is. It could be a question, an opinion, but when you engage with the video, it may help answer a question for another viewer. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so as you know, tools is probably one of the most important things when you're doing moving. For the simple fact is, you're always going to have to take some loose. Sometimes you might get lucky, but most of the time you'll have to take some loose. So having things like drills, this is actually one of my favorite drills. It's a ratchet drill because you can put the bit on and you can get it in sideways and actually get things taken loose a lot easier. Instead of using the actual ratchet itself, the drill does the job. And I love this thing. But there are many other things that you can use, like your screwdrivers, hammers, pliers, wrenches, whatever works for you, whatever you have, you can use. Since I work for a company, I actually have a whole bag full of tools, all kind of different bits and all kind of different tools that I need, like drills and stuff of that sort, because it makes things a lot faster when you have drills and ratchet drills and stuff like that, because you don't have to worry about doing everything by hand. When you're doing everything by hand, it takes a lot longer. But you're going to need all your tools and stuff. So say you have to take a mirror off the back of a dresser, you have the tools for it. You got to take a loose a bed. If you can't get something out the door, but you don't want to take it loose and maybe you're short a few inches, you can actually take the door off the hinge. So there's a bunch of different ways of moving, and that tools are beneficial for you when you're actually moving, because if you're moving, you're always going to want your tools. If you're working for a moving company, you'll let them know, actually you'll let them know about, when you do a walkthrough, what you have in the house, and you can let them know if the top comes off or something, or things of that sort. So when they're taking a loose your stuff at the other end, you don't have to worry about it, because whatever they take a loose, they put back together. That's a question I get asked a lot. Will you guys put stuff back together? If they take it loose, they'll put it back together. If you take it loose, it's your responsibility to put it back together, because what happens is, if you take it loose and we put it back together and mess up something because we didn't take it loose, so we didn't put it together properly, then it falls on the company. If we take it loose, we know how it came loose, so we can put it back together properly, then it weeds out that part of something happening or being put together wrong because we didn't know. Or we get a lot of things, a lot of times, if we get a shipment that comes in and we go out to deliver it, maybe we didn't take it loose, but the company took it loose. So if it comes to that, make sure you take pictures of things before they take it loose. That way, when it gets to the new side, if you have new people that are delivering you, you can show them the picture what it looked like from the beginning, and that'll help a lot with them having to put it back together. So like I said, tools is one of the number one things that you're going to need. If you are doing the move yourself, you're going to want the same tools that you use to take something loose, you're going to want to take those tools with you in the car. So when you get to the new side, you'll have the tools and you put them in a designated spot so you know they are. You don't want to have the tools in the shipment somewhere and can't find them, or misplace them, or whatever. It's always easier to have the tools available. So just like your necessities bag, your tools should be with you also. So that way you know exactly where they are. Also, when you're taking things loose, we have something that's called a parts box, which I'm pretty sure I've mentioned in other videos. But the parts box is when, say, I take the bed loose. The bed has screws. I take the screws, put them in a bag, and write bed screws. Then I throw it in a box. Now I know where it came from. If I'm taking loose a chair in the living room, I can take the screws out, put them in the bag, label it living room chair screws, and I throw it in a parts box. Now when I get to the other end, I know all my parts are in the parts box. If you're moving yourself, it's best to put the parts box on at the end so it's the first thing to come off and you can put it in a designated area so you know where it is at all times. If you're working with a moving company, if you want to let them know that, some of them do, some of them don't, but if you want to let them know that, could you put this box on last, that way it's the first box off and you know exactly where all your parts for your furniture are. So that's another little technique that we do, so that way we know exactly where all the parts are. But those tools are, like I said, one of the most important things to have besides anything else that you may need, like your boxes or things of that sort. But make sure you have tools, because you never know what you're going to be taking loose. That'll wrap it up for today. I want to thank you guys for logging on to my channel. That's We talked about tools today, so those are just a brief explanation on what tools are used for. In another video, I might take a loose something and show you guys how to take a loose a TV or take a loose a bed, or the best way to do it, the fastest way to do it, and stuff of that sort. So just make sure you stay logged onto my channel, because there will always be something new and new techniques that you might learn to make your moving experience a lot better. So thank you for logging on my channel. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the new moving essentials. Until next time.